achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, It's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously
Honorable
deliver
councillors, can you
video,
please take your
projector,
seats
and web stream.
so that we can
Features
proceed
like
with the
multi-camera
meeting?
mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets.
Honorable councillors, kindly take your seats.
We don't have chairs, Madam Speaker.
Small production space without
You
the
don't
need
have
for external
chairs.
equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video.
Honorable councillors, may you please take your seats so that we can establish quorum? Yes, yes. It's sorted, it's sorted. Honorable councillors, can you please take your seats so that we can establish quorum?
Without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek.
Good morning, thank you very much. Honorable Alderwomen, Aldermen, and councillors, due notice was given of the special council meeting. We are indeed a quorum, and I therefore declare this meeting duly constituted. I do trust that you have all signed.
Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. Live set allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and live set virtual sets. LiveSet allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and LiveSet virtual sets. LiveSet allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your message to video, projector, and web stream, with features like multi-camera mixing, digital disc recording, and LiveSet virtual sets. LiveSet allows you to achieve the look of a sophisticated studio setting with a very small production space without the need for external equipment. So for a production system that's portable, affordable, and easy to use, it's NewTek TriCaster. Hello everyone, welcome to NewTek and TriCaster High Definition Portable Live Production. TriCaster makes it possible for you to simultaneously deliver your
to the city. So first of all, let's look at the city has income as well, and it's got different sources of income. And some of the income comes through grants from national government, and also the city must then generate its own finances. So I want to break it down to a very simple level that all of us can understand what it's all about. And so the city, obviously, just like you and I have certain obligations at home, you know, whether you have a job or not, at the end of the day you must eat. So somebody needs to buy bread, somebody needs to make sure there's water, somebody needs to make sure whether you use tariff. Across the city, so you can imagine in different areas there will be different needs. In different areas there will be certain priorities. And so for instance,
The country is also mourning the demise of the legendary Mr. Nzima, who was a South African photographer who took what became the well-known image of the late Hector Peterson during the Soweto uprising of June 16, 1976. Mr. Nzima passed on the 12th of May 2018, and he is known for his excellent career in photography. We express our heartfelt condolences to the family of Nzima and his friends and the entire country. May his soul also rest in peace. Finally, we come to the main item of the day, which is under item E, which is a delivery of the budget speech 2018-19 financial year by the Executive Mayor. Honorable Alderwomen, Aldermen, and Councillors, I will now call on the Executive Mayor to determine revenue and
view particular costs and to identify areas where we can save money for the people of Tshwane. In formulating the 2018-2019 budget, we ensured that, as with the previous budget, it is fully informed by the goals reflected in our integrated in our integrated development plan, namely that a city that facilitates an economic growth and job creation, a city that cares for its residents and promotes inclusivity, a city that delivers excellent services and protects the environment, a city that keeps its residents safe, and a city that is open, honest, and responsive. This is the first and most fundamental step in ensuring that we deliver on our mandate of responding to the community and their needs and the priorities as they've indicated to us. The 2018 budget review re-emphasized that although global risk factors remain elevated, the world economy continues to provide a supportive platform for South Africa to expand trade and investment. The world economic growth is at its highest since 2014 and continues to gather pace and gross domestic product growth increasing across all major economies. Growth has remained stagnant at less than 2%, and unemployment remains stubbornly high at 26.7%. The GDP growth rate is forecasted at 1.5 in 2018, 1.8 in 2019, and 2.1 in 2020. The CPI rates for the next 3 years is estimated to be at 5.3%, 5.4, and 5.5 respectively. That is something that we have to work very, very hard. Even at a municipal level, we have to work very, very hard in ensuring that we contribute our bit to make things better. Stats SA report in 2017 around the economic statistics showed that an unexpected improvement in the economic outlook, largely as a result of growth in agriculture and mining, has significantly contributed to the upward trend that we are experiencing currently. However, owing to the drought experienced in several provinces that pose a significant risk to agriculture, tourism, and economic growth, municipalities will have to improve their efforts to limit non-priority spending and to implement stringent cost containment measures. In presenting this budget, I am reminded of the quote by an American billionaire, Warren Buffett, who, despite his immense wealth, lives a relatively average life and is one of the greatest philanthropists in the world. And he says, and I quote, "Someone sitting in the shade today because somebody planted a tree a long time ago." Close quote. Since coming into office in August 2016, Madam Speaker, this administration has focused on planting trees, Madam Speaker, so that the city of Tshwane will have plenty of shade in the future. We know that we have to start cleaning up somewhere. We know that we have to start investing somewhere. We know that we have to start redoing some of the things so that those that will come after us will have a better Tshwane to inherit. Therefore, we are planting these trees, understanding and knowing very, very well that one day the people of Tshwane will enjoy the shade. Stabilizing the city's finances remains the focus of the 2018-2019 medium-term revenue and expenditure framework, Madam Speaker. This budget was carefully crafted to ensure that the city is financially stable and that the city is able to render services in a sustainable manner. You will remember that when we took over the reins from the former administration, we were confronted with many financial disorders. Chief amongst those being the city that was cash-strapped and had closed the 2016 or 2015-16 financial year with a deficit. We have started on this heartfelt agenda of affordable services, as well as running a clean and free from corruption, and that creates enough jobs and opportunities for all our residents. We are in a process of implementing a financial sustainability plan, which will focus, among others, on revenue improvement, on expenditure management, onto the revenue of the microstructure, procurement of goods. That we will also ensure that as we are procuring strategically our goods, we focus on those that are working with us in ensuring that we responsibly procure our goods from those that take care of the environment, number one, that are youth-orientated organizations to ensure that we don't leave our young people behind as we procure going into the future. As a responsive nation, we developed this budget under the fundamental guiding principle that it must make optimal use of resources by reviewing priorities for operational efficiency. Let me also talk about the budgetary overview, madam. It's hard in ensuring projects either complete or near completion before starting with new projects, ensuring that the financial sustainability of the municipality is held at the highest esteem. The financial position of the city is projected to improve over the midterm. Water and sanitation will be receiving 474 million. Electricity will be receiving 982 million. Roads and stormwater will be receiving 994 million. Housing will be receiving 901 million. It can also be further broken down into the following: water connections to 12,600 households, sewer connections to 3,943 households, electricity connections to 6,800 households, 50 kilometers of new stormwater network, 50 kilometers of new tarred roads, improving the living conditions of our residents in informal settlements by providing rudimentary water and sanitation services. Madam Speaker, through our EPWP program as well, we continue to experience high unemployment rates and poverty levels in the country and in the city. It is imperative that we play our role as a city in facilitating job opportunities. Our multi-party government is committed towards ensuring that our expanded public works program creates meaningful opportunities for the people of Tshwane. This includes the training of participants to increase the output of skilled individuals into the job opportunity environment. For the coming financial year, we have allocated 137.2 million rand towards the EPWP initiatives. We pride ourselves on the fact that our EPWP was revised to the benefit of all eligible beneficiaries. The revised recruitment process guarantees that opportunities are distributed in a fair and transparent manner through a public lotteries sessions across the city. Our goal for this past financial year was to create 23 job opportunities, which we are also committing to once again doing in the 2018-29 financial year as we go into the new financial year, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to also say that we are concerned about the early childhood development that is taking place in the city, Madam Speaker. I've raised concern on how within the city of Tshwane, an increased number of our having not completed their matric, a total of 9.9 million rand on behalf of the provincial government, and further recommends that a project steering committee be established, chaired by the Gauteng province. The city of Tshwane, the city manager, is to be empowered to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Gauteng provincial government in order to make sure that there's agreement that indicates the scope of work, the estimates, and further, including the planning, the design, and the construction of the stadium really gets underway. The people of Mamelodi have spoken, and we want to address the issue that they're raising with us. I must emphasize, Madam Speaker, that all technical information relating to the structure assessment or the structural assessments conducted and concept developed has already been put together, and Gauteng province has been furnished with the information, Madam Speaker. Although we continue to engage with the province, we are still waiting on a clear directive and indication on whether the commitments for the projects can actually happen in the new financial year. Madam Speaker, allow me to talk about healthcare and combating of drugs in the city. All our residents deserve to have access quality healthcare, Madam Speaker. And as a responsive administration, we are doing our bit to contribute towards fighting against the spread of HIV and AIDS and drug abuse. We are committed towards creating awareness in the communities about the treatment options and how residents can take better care of themselves. The total budget for the health function amounts to 364.9 million rand and includes allocations such as the 18.5 million rand towards the HIV and AIDS treatment, tuberculosis and STI program, the 8.9 million rand towards the primary health care and municipal health services, and we have also provided 40.3 million rand towards our drug and substance abuse programs. This will go a long way in ensuring that Nyaupe become a thing of the past in our areas. During 2018-2019 financial year, the city of Tshwane will embark on a process of strengthening the Tshwane's Mayoral AIDS Council to ensure that the involvement and the participation by all sectors of society, including civil society and business, is actually adhered to and actually driven. Countering the effects of drug remains a top priority of this administration, and will do all that needs to be done to ensure that we rid our city and our young people of drugs. Just this month, Madam Speaker, myself and MMC Deploy conducted an oversight visit to the facilities in Soshanguve, Mamelodi, and Easteres, providing support to those affected by drug and substance abuse, including the families and the users themselves. The focus on our work has been to fostering collaboration between multiple stakeholders in this space so that collectively we can combat the plague of drugs in our communities. I am fully committed towards ensuring that the city of Tshwane continues to do its part in fighting the scourge of drugs. Infrastructure upgrades on our health facilities, Madam Speaker, are also a priority to us. As such, we have now allocated 26.5 million rand towards the refurbishment of the Rayton Clinic and further 4 million rand towards the upgrading of our clinic dispensaries. Lusaka Clinic has also received an allocation of 750,000 rand for the planning completion and will be fully funded for the construction over the MTREF, which will have a value of 60 million rand upon completion. So the people of Lusaka, a clinic is coming your way, a clinic that will cost 60 million rand is coming your way. In the next financial year, Madam Speaker, the city will also ensure that the department, within its budgetary requirements, also ensures that the extension of services in our municipal clinics is also maintained. This will also be done while exploring the various options of increasing some of our operational hours to 24-hour clinics, and also ensuring that we will be able to carry all the operational requirements in those clinics. So we are moving towards that. We have heard the fighters raising this concern of 24-hour clinics, and we are responding to it. In this administration, Madam Speaker, public health is one of our critical health priorities. Through our municipal health services function, we will embark on an intensive health compliance to make sure that many of our private and public premises do adhere to the safety and also to the health standards that have been set. This will ensure that our residents are protected at all times. Madam Speaker, allow me to now zoom in on the issues of upgrading of our informal settlements. In line with the city's long-term plans of creating inclusive and livable neighborhoods, we have budgeted a total of 290 million rand of our capital expenditure to upgrading informal settlements, which will include Malusi 1 and 2, Midas in Mabopane Extension 12, Kanana in Hammanskraal West, Refilo Extension 7, and Pomolo. This means the provision of bulk infrastructure as well as water and sewer reticulation will also be prioritized in these areas. Providing dignity for our poorest residents is at our foremost thinking as an administration, and the planning is also underway. Targeting implementation of this project will also increase access to water and sanitation as part of our housing program, and these are the areas that we'll also be focusing on. In Kopanong, in Ramasiti, in Winterfeld Extension 3 and Extension 4, in Mabopane Extension 1 and Extension 12, in Khatsebe, in Kurube Extension 9, in Zitobeni Extension 8, and Zitobeni Heights. Those will also be targeted for an increased access to water and sanitation in the new financial year. These communities will benefit from household connections of water and sewer reticulation, as I've said, Madam Speaker. This will cost the city 132 million rand for the upcoming 2018-2019 financial year. At the same time, we will be investing more than 261 million rand on upgrading roads and stormwaters as part of the settlement development and upgrading. Some of the targeted areas will include Refilwe Mena, Port West, Olivenhout Bosch Extension 60, Soshanguve Extension 5, Extension 12, and Extension 13, and Thornview, Winterfeld, and Zitobeni Extension 8 and Extension 9. While the above projects will yield immediate access to water and sanitation for targeted settlement to be upgraded, we will also be investing 223 million rand towards bulk water and sanitation projects, which will unlock access for future housing development across the city. Over and above the above capital projects for upgrading of our informal settlements, the city has also set aside an operational expenditure budget of 92.5 million rand towards the planning and feasibility processes during the 2018-2019 period. What we are saying, Madam Speaker, is that as we are rolling out in other informal settlements, we need to plan for other informal settlements so that we don't stop once we have rolled out or we have formalized other informal settlements, but it becomes a continuous thing that we can now have plans for the future of most of these informal settlements. So a budget of 92.5 million rand has also been put aside to ensure that we comprehensively have a plan of all the informal settlements across our city so that we are able to plan better in how we're going to implement going forward. So while on one side we are upgrading informal settlements, on the other side we are ensuring that facilities are being planned for going forward. And we will also prioritize the following, Madam Speaker, in our initial planning: Marokolong, Ramotse, Majaneng, Mandela Village, Mashemong, Suruman, Kudube Unit, and Nel Mafias Extension 22, that is the Erven 12223 and 12224. Those will also be prioritized. Mabopane Extension 11, Pomulong, that is portion 42 of Pinasport. Pinasport Extension 20, as it's called, Kopanong. Pinasport Extension 21, which is Letabong. Mahube Valley Extension 15. Claremont in Bremer, Henops Park, and Kanana will also be receiving priority, Madam Speaker. We also take note of and understand the concern raising regarding the housing that are coming from the communities, Madam Speaker, like those in Way Plus, in Plastic View, in Refilwe, Extension 7, in Nelmapias, in Willows, in Camel Drift, in Mabopane, among others, that are saying to us, we need to make sure that we start prioritizing and fast-tracking the delivery of houses. We also understand the frustration that the communities face due to abandoned projects due to poor contractor performance, as well as lack of access to services such as roads, water, and sanitation. In the last 3 years, the city has been rolling out provision of bulk infrastructure to support the ensued programming or upgrading of informal settlements and the consolidation of mixed housing developments. The 2018-2019 budget has therefore been premised on the above and guided by increasing efficiency in our approach to make sure that the provision of decent housing become a reality for our people. We are increasing allocation towards the internal reticulation of services, rolling out of service stands where bulk has also been completed and or is currently being completed. This includes existing informal settlements and new settlements where households have been relocated and currently provided with rudimentary services. There are multiple changes in the 2018-2019 budget that took into account the requests and comments received during the IDP public participation processes. For example, in Refilwe Extension 7 and Extension 10 in Region 5, households were relocated in the previous year while the city constructed a reservoir to service the area where they are now finding themselves and where there is insufficient supply of rudimentary services. The new reservoir that is being constructed, Madam Speaker, will ensure that we will ensure that it is commissioned at the end of July 2018, which will provide an opportunity for the connections of bulk to the new settlement and the reticulation thereof. Upon completion of the internal reticulation, the settlement will be fully upgraded, Madam Speaker, and people will get the services. In Garankuwa Extension 10, the project was a partnership between the city and the provincial human settlement department and has been and was abandoned by the contractor in 2013 following poor performance by the contractor. The project has since been subjected to vandalism and a point of contention between the community at large on the wastage of the investment. Both spheres of government have since agreed to rescue the project, which will yield a total of 850 units once it's completed. Province has allocated funding for the top structures, and the city has also provided, or is in the space of providing for reticulation of infrastructure and the connection to the unit. There is also the Nel Matthias Willows mega project. The city is also working with the Provincial Human Settlement Department to have an MOU signed and to also implement the protocol to cooperate on the implementation of the projects declared as the mega project. Due to the strategic location and the influence that this place will have in terms of changing the spatial location and also the impact in terms of the yield size of the housing opportunities, the city is working very, very hard in ensuring that it does become a reality. This is one of the mega projects that is ready for the implementation and will provide housing opportunities that will accommodate the number of informal settlements in Region 6, as well as other housing typologies for the different markets. The city has allocated 60 million rand for the commencement of the installation of bulk services in that particular area. The intention is to spend a further 45 million rand in the medium term to complete the project. As part of the upgrading of informal settlement, there is also a need for assembling of well-located land to provide opportunities for the overcrowded existing informal settlements. In Region 5, there was also an outcry by backyard dwellers living in areas such as East Lane who felt neglected and not accommodated in the city's human settlement programs. While we cannot deal with the land requirements in the 2018-2019, we have allocated 13 million rand towards the purchasing of land in the 2018-2019 to address the access of land for human settlement. In the medium term, more than 39 million rand is also allocated to addressing challenges faced by communities such as the East Lane, Mooiplaas, and others. At the same time, we are in advanced stages of engagements with the National Department of Public Works to make available identified land for services and human settlement development. We've realized that there is huge amounts of land that can actually be unlocked that belongs to government that we can then begin to ensure that we roll out issuing of stands and also developing settlements for our people. Priority in our discussion is the acquisition of the portion of land that is owned by the Public Works for the Itireleng community to install bulk water pipes for the people in the area to have clean running water. And that is in its advanced stages. Madam Speaker, let me also talk about safety and security. That is a great concern of ours in the city. As such, of what we have seen happening and the cable theft and what we have seen with the vandalism of our infrastructure, Madam Speaker, we have now put together a comprehensive security plan backed up by an allocation of 318 million rand, which will go towards security services at our facilities. We have allocated 6 million rand towards the upgrading and the renovation of emergency services stations, which will bring the facility to a standard that will ensure that low maintenance cost in the future is levied. The emergency services stations are utilized on a 24-hour basis, Madam Speaker, and the renovation or the alterations of these stations will provide better working conditions for the personnel that are operating in this particular facility. They are... Yes, Chairperson Makhafola. Yes, Chairperson Makhafola, we have heard your cry and we've heard the cry of the personnel in the emergency services. We are responding adequately to that. There are currently 23 emergency services. There are 23 emergency services buildings, and the goal will be to ensure that all the stations are kept to acceptable, sustainable basic standards and to ensure that the compliance to occupational health and safety standards and that of the COC certifications are indeed in order. The Mamelodi Station, Madam Speaker, have received 12 million rand in the 2018-2019 financial year. As we have said, we are committed to ensuring that Mamelodi will, for the first time, have a fire station that is dedicated to Mamelodi, and that is receiving an additional 12 million rand in the 2018-2019 financial year. The urban regeneration of Mamelodi area will form part of the city of Tshwane's key investment area and spatial vision concept to creating a more effective, efficient, and livable city. Approval for the detailed designs, site establishment, commencement of earthworks, and construction will commence during the 2018-2019 financial year. Within the Mamelodi space, we have also allocated 15 million rand towards the development of workways. Madam Speaker, maintenance has always been a big issue that needs to be addressed in the city of Tshwane. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of prioritizing the maintenance and repairs of our infrastructure. Unless we are proactive in our ability to maintain our infrastructure, then we risk being in an endless catch-up game, which I don't want us to find ourselves in a number of years to come. As I said, we are now planting seed that will ensure that the future generation enjoy the shades thereof. As such, 1.6 billion rand has been provided for the repairs and maintenance, which is an increase of 21% from the previous budget. This is a sizable increase that will see us ensuring that the pipes in Garankuwa are no longer an issue of concern. That will ensure that the pipes, the asbestos pipes that we do have, are no longer a thing that we have to concern ourselves with. So an amount of 1.6 billion rand is allocated to also ensure that we can upgrade some of our electricity infrastructure, Madam Speaker. We're talking about the outages that the people of Mamelodi are experiencing on a daily basis. We're talking about the outages that the people of Moreleta Park are experiencing on a daily basis. We're talking about the outages that Soshanguve is experiencing on a daily basis. And we are allocating this fund to make sure that we adequately begin to address this particular problem. Madam Speaker, it has been seen in the news that the city has been battling with sinkholes as well, Madam Speaker. The budget is also ensuring that we begin the repairs and maintenance. Will also play a critical role in combating the spread of sinkholes, as it will also be used to prevent them from occurring in future by responding adequately to water leaks that are there in the areas, especially where sinkholes are prone to happen. Councillor, that is coming to you. We are coming to fix your sinkhole. We are committing to make sure that your sinkhole is once and for all being addressed. We are also now making a dedicated provision of 25 million rand towards fixing existing sinkholes. So I know Councillor Osop and Councillor Strydom, you are the two most affected by those, and we are committing now that you are getting 25 million rand towards fixing of those sinkholes. Madam Speaker, the city remains committed to the finalization of the business process park in Hammanskraal. We are now allocating an amount of 46.9 million rand that will go towards the continued construction of the first phase of the project, the construction of Building 2, the installation of bulk services, and the installation of the IT cabling. The Tshwane BPO Park represents a big opportunities for stimulating of socio-economic growth in the Hammanskraal area. The park is posed to become a center of excellence for the BPO in South Africa and will offer the BPO operators modern and high-quality integrated contract service centers, providing a one-stop shop approach to all the BPO needs. The anticipated spin-off, Madam Speaker, from the implementation of the first phase of the project will include, but not limited to, the creation of approximately 1,800 temporary job opportunities for the local labor and also 1,100 permanent jobs upon completion. Ensuring that 25% of the work is also subcontracted to SMMEs. To date, Madam Speaker, 23% of the work has already been subcontracted to local SMMEs, and we'll make sure that we do more to ensure that more of our local SMMEs do benefit from the projects that we're rolling out. The Tshwane BPO Park will also be developed in 3 phases, consisting of 1,000 seats per phase, and will also be offering an incubator and a training academy in that particular space. Upon the completion of all the 3 development phases, Madam Speaker, the park will create 3,300 new and permanent jobs in that particular space. To have a continuous effort that we need to make a continuous effort, Madam Speaker, regarding the inner city. Everybody that comes to the capital city want to see by the inner city that the city is actually indeed working and the city is actually providing services towards its people. Just this week alone, I joined an operation which focused on the bylaw enforcement and on crime prevention, Madam Speaker. While we continue to do law enforcement and bylaw operations around the inner city, the time has come for us to start actively renovating the areas around our city as well. The city, in partnership with the National Department of Public Works, have developed the inner city regeneration strategy, which is currently being implemented. During the medium term, new offices will also be constructed within the government boulevard by Public Works for no less than 5 government departments. And that is a serious investment that is coming our way that we are welcoming. Obviously, the city has also responsibility to provide access to bulk infrastructure for such growth and any other anticipated development as a result of our instilling businesses and government confidence in our effort to turn around the inner city and the face of it. An investment of 41 million rand is confirmed for the inner city in the 2018-2019, with a total of 111.5 million rand planned for the MTREV, only to address the capacity challenges in terms of water, electricity, roads, and transport in the inner city. Our upgrade of the Civic and the Northern Gateway precinct also comes at a cost of 12.2 million rand, and that is the investment that we will be making. Madam Speaker, we are also committed towards building a competitive city which attracts investment. This is why we're also working towards the automation of the development and building plan process. This new online application system will be developed in order to improve the turnaround time for applications from 9 months to 3 months. Gone will be the days where people have to wait anything between 9 months and 2 years to have their application processed. Now we are setting ourselves a 3-month time period in which applications will go through the system and either be approved or rejected. Our economic nodes remain as vital areas where we must also sustain our capital involvement to facilitate job creation, Madam Speaker. Approximately 550 million rand is also channeled to these areas, and a total of 1.5 billion rand over the course of the medium term is also going to be invested in these areas. These areas include the inner city, the Watlu Silverton, the Sutherland Ridge Monoveni, the Ekangala, the Vonnerboom, the Roslin, also including Babelegi. Babelegi, Madam Speaker, remain a big challenge that myself and Premier are addressing with the Northwest government. We know of all the challenges that the Northwest government is going through, so the talks have now stalled, but we are hoping that once we are resuming with those talks, we will be able to finalize the signing over of Babelegi, and we can get to investing in that particular space. But Tobarona, Bagohamans, Krala, they deserve to have jobs, they deserve to have a better life, and we want to make sure that we deliver for them. Much of the investment that the city is undertaking, Madam Speaker, in these areas, including the upgrading of bulk infrastructure for water, sanitation, and electricity, the construction of 2 emergency services facilities in the inner city, the Watlu, and the development of housing strategically close to those economic activity nodes. This investment, Madam Speaker, by the city will unlock 7.72.4 billion rand worth of private sector investment through projects which are already in the pipeline. Last week, Madam Speaker, I went and met with the Roslin Group, where we are putting in over the MTREF, we are putting 3 billion rand. But that on its own, the project will yield 50 billion rand of other investment that is coming from the private sector. And this is something that we have to celebrate as we are bringing people closer to work opportunities, as we are bringing business closer to people as well, as we are building an integrated system that is in a city that is moving forward. Madam Speaker, the city has also identified and prioritized the automotive, the aerospace, the agro-processing tourism, the mining and business processing outsourcing sectors for skills development to support job creation and growth in our city. In the next financial year, the city is targeting at least 1,700 beneficiaries to be trained through our skills development centers. And I must emphasize that a majority of those, I want to make sure that it's young people who have been crying to say opportunities are not there in the city of Tshwane. So we are saying we want to make sure that those opportunities are indeed given to majority of young people. This, Madam Speaker, this will be rolled out in partnership with the institutions such as the AIDC, the CEDA, the EOE, the BPESA and the Gauteng government, the DTI and National Small Business Department. Will make sure that we continue to invest in our young people so that we can continue to plant seed that the people of Tshwane will enjoy the shades in the near future. Upon taking office, Madam Speaker, it became fundamentally clear that the city needed to develop a clear mandate for the Tshwane Economic Development Agency and the housing company Tshwane entities, largely because there has been a duplicate in terms of the provision of services that has been done between the department and the entity itself. There has been a special purpose, or these vehicles, entities, Madam Speaker, become special purpose vehicles tasked with cultivating an environment that grows its human capital and the economy, and setting up and managing good quality, affordable rental housing for qualifying tenants who cannot be accommodated in the formal private rental market, Madam Speaker. To address the housing gap market, we are also now working with the Social Housing Regulatory Authority through our housing company Tshwane to build social housing units in the strategic land parcel to enforce integration. In the 2018-2019, Madam Speaker, the city has set aside 36 million rand to develop infrastructure and social housing units in Chantel, Townlands and in Sunnyside. At the same time, we are consolidating our rental housing stock to ensure that the investment we make across our housing assets continue to ensure that our household security, while at it also promoting the prudent financial management by the city. The subsidy of the Tshwane Economic Development Agency for the 2018-2019 financial year amounts to 54.1 million rand. I have also made sure that I give them clear instruction, Madam Speaker, that I have to see return on the money that we are giving to them. If we don't see the returns, Madam Speaker, then it would have meant that we are actually not reaching the potential that Tshwane know that can reach the potential. The functions of Sunsprayed Waterworks, Madam Speaker, has also been incorporated into the group or the parent in line with this establishment of the entity as approved by Council on the 25th of April 2017. And in operation, it will continue under the cooperate and structures of the city, and will make sure that we deliver the services that Sunsprayed used to deliver to the people of Garankuwa, of Winterveld, of Mabopane, as it has been done before. Madam Speaker, through this speech, I have sought to provide a breakdown on how the city is driving efficiency, managing costs, and using its budget to leverage job creation. We are keeping tariff as low as possible. We are prioritizing the needs of our most vulnerable, and we are making sure that the poor communities are also not left out. We are also ensuring that we drive a strategic infrastructure development plan.
Because you can't spend what you don't have. Revenue has to come through, payments have to be made, the city has to be looked after, and for that to happen, you as a resident of the city need to do your part as well, because the city also caters for the indigent and for those who are unable to pay services. But for those who can, do your part so that there is something in the coffers to expedite some of the priorities of the city. Joining me now is the MMC of Roads and Transport, Sheila Linsingube, from the city of Tshwane. MMC, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
What were your general impressions around the budget in specific to roads and transport in the city? Did it speak to your needs?
Well, it certainly did, and I think the team has done an excellent job in putting together a budget that really is balanced and is pro-poor. Now, when you look at the needs that we have as roads and transport, it's understandable that they really are quite vast. We have a huge backlog to address, and so we have been allocated purely for roads and stormwater 994 million, which I think is quite a large amount. And with that, we're going to be able to construct 50 kilometers of tarred roads, as well as stormwater drainage. And so I think what a lot of people would wonder is that 50 kilometers seems few, considering the needs that we have. But bearing in mind that these would be in areas that previously have no tar roads and have had no stormwater. So of course we'll continue with upgrading, and we will continue with maintenance of areas that need that repaired. But this is 50 kilometers of roads and stormwater that are completely brand new across the city.
An ordinary resident of the city who commutes to the city from a township or from wherever they are would really be concerned about the Tshwane bus service. How does the budget speak to the Tshwane bus service and improve the commuting of a resident to and from and around the city?
So I think when you look at our budget, when it comes to the transport side of it, now separating it from roads and stormwater,
Yes.
we have the municipal bus service, but we also have our rapid bus service.
Yes, I remember.
And then the rapid bus is usually funded by the public transport operating grant, which would be a different amount of money altogether. But what we can definitely say is that the major concerns that are constantly being raised with our particular bus fleet when it comes to TBS is how much further we can go within the city. So there are particular areas where we haven't reached, but we always just do a complete study and see where the needs are, if our fleet is sufficient, if we have enough drivers, if the different shifts will accommodate the drivers as well as the commuters. So it really is rather broad when you look at it in that context. It goes beyond simply a funding model. It looks at the model of the commuters and their travel patterns as well.
Traffic lights, I can hear a lot of motorists being irritated every now and then because it also has an impact on the economy if you cannot move speedily and efficiently. To what extent does the budget cater for traffic lights and things like the potholes in the city?
So the traffic lights are within that budget, obviously, and I mean, I think you've hit the nail on the head where we say the movement of our people has a direct effect on our economy. If you're going to sit in traffic for 2 hours just to get to work, it becomes a problem. So that is one of the areas that we have highlighted. I think something that's important to also mention is that previously traffic lights were under a different division. So traffic lights and potholes usually fall under the maintenance region. So that would be under rock and not directly under road.
I see, yes.
So we've recently taken that over, and we're very happy, as I said before, about the budget we've been given, because now it's accommodating the extra division that's going to fall under roads and transport. And then with regards to potholes, as I said, that's a maintenance issue. So that falls under the regional budget, so it's not directly under roads and transport. Because we are primarily responsible for constructing the asset, and then when it's maintenance of the asset, that falls with the region.
And lastly, before we say goodbye to you, generally your message to someone who is, and that would be almost everyone who's using roads and transport in the city, how reliable is it? How better is it going to be moving forward, particularly after the budget?
I think that it is definitely an optimistic message. That's what I want to put forward. We are very confident that the services we are delivering as the new administration have improved vastly. You will understand that especially when we look at the northern areas of the city, they have had the least number of services, especially with regard to roads and transport, and yet ironically that's where the majority of our people live. So that entire backlog of that network of roads and stormwater, we first had to ensure that that's completed, the projects that were outstanding, and then we've started constructing new ones as well. I think the communities can already see that already construction has begun in different places, and the commitments that we have in the new IDP as well. So it definitely is an optimistic and something from my side, I would say very confident that we're going to improve the road network. People who didn't have stormwater drainage, at least now when it rains, people aren't going to be worried about their homes flooding every time it rains. And then in the other areas that were developed, we definitely are at least going to be able to maintain and improve what's already existing and hopefully expand as well.
We wish you the best. Thank you very much for your time, ma'am.
So
really thanks, MMC of Roads and Transport, Sheila Lensenkubuge, and was talking to us about the Tshwane bus service amongst others, arraying traffic lights and potholes, and saying that that's a maintenance issue, but your experiences of the roads is going to be improved moving forward. It's going to be smoother, because a lot of you have been complaining about traffic lights and saying, I can't spend more time on the road. I need to be at home. I need to be at work. And joining us right now is the MMC for Utility Services, Mr. Daryl Moss. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Do you want to tell us mainly about the issue of water and electricity? Because whenever we think about local government, the first competence that comes to our mind is, I need water, I need electricity before I even get on the road. How does this budget empower you, help you to improve the services for the people?
Well, I think there are two areas. The first is we've got significantly more capital than we had in previous years. The capital budget of utility services is up from about $1 billion to about 1.5 billion. And that's all essentially water, sanitation and electricity projects, bulk supply of those products to the residents. So we can do 50% more in the new year than we've done in the past. And I think the second issue is that we also have an aging and under-maintained infrastructure in both water and in electricity, which we've really been battling with in terms of downtimes, electricity outages, water pipe bursts. And again, the maintenance budget has been increased from about 1.2 billion to about 1.6 billion. So again, there's a lot more money available to be able to maintain the infrastructure that we have. And a lot of that money will go to employment of people who do the work, the plumbers, the electricians, and the tractor drivers who actually maintain the systems.
So there are economic spin-offs
absolutely
to the mainstream. Let's speak about water tariffs going up, and I spoke to the mayor a little bit earlier about it. Does it somehow disrupt your program as you envisage people paying for their services? What impact does it have when rainwater spikes there or hikes the tariffs?
Well, it has no direct impact on the department, because remember, the income from the city is pooled. It's not ring-fenced in any way. So we don't get, as a department, the money that comes in for water or for electricity. It goes into the general fiscus, and we then take our share out of that. But of course, what it does do is it puts some pressure on the department to improve its water utilization. And that's particularly again around the leakage. And we have a number of programs that are going into place at the moment in terms of leakage detection and leakage repair, in order to reduce the non-revenue water, because bear in mind, that's water we've already paid for. And if we can reduce that, then the city has more money to use in other parts of its service delivery.
Illegal connections and cable theft must be a headache for you, because firstly, people are saying, I paid
very quickly, and then we will be able to remove large quantities of sludge that have built up in these ponds over the years. And it will stop or reduce the flow of sludge into the river. That's a big thing, and will help in terms of alleviating the problem. But fundamentally, the problem with Rooiwal is that it is grossly overloaded. It's about half the size of what it should be in terms of the amount of sewage that's coming in. So the final solution is to expand it, and we are doing that in 2 phases. We have a tender going out, hopefully it will be advertised on Monday, for some mechanical electrical upgrades of the existing plant that will particularly improve the extraction of the sludge. That's about 180 million rand. And as I say, I hope that tender will be advertised on Monday. But then the bigger project, which is a 2 billion project to add extra treatment capacity to the plant, we plan to do it through a private-public partnership, and that's quite a long process, because you have to go through feasibility studies and transaction advisors before you can go to tender. Now, we have started that process. We have a consultant, and we will be finalizing the feasibility study, which is the first step, then appointing a transaction advisor, and then we will be able to go to tender. I would expect it's going to be about 18 months.
Before we say goodbye to you, the issue of scarce water resources affects the entire country. We saw what's been happening in the city of Cape Town. It can't be ignored. Perhaps the situation is not as dire as it is in Cape Town here in the city of Tshwane, but it is still a very serious issue. What measures are in place to inform and educate the residents about water conservation, and what do you have in the pipeline as regards to that?
Well, in fact, it's a dire situation in Tshwane. And the reason why it's dire is that we buy 70% of our water from Rand Water. Rand Water, for the next 10 years, until the Lesotho Highlands project, the next phase, comes online, cannot supply us with more water than they're supplying us today. So our income of water from Rand Water is absolutely capped. for the next 10 years. And that means that we have to do two things, and we have a two-pronged attack on that also. The first is the issue of wasted water, of non-revenue water, and that includes the education of the residents and raising the awareness on water demand management, where people can help us to reduce the amount of water that we use. That will help. But at the same time, we've got a number of projects underway where we will be using our own water resources because the city has a couple of dams.
I see.
So we'll be expanding our extraction process at Tembe Dam in Omenskraal, which is almost complete. That project is almost complete. At Rooiwal, Ridderplaat, and at Rietvlei. And also we've just expanded our Fountains pump station, which is also our water. And that's reduced our purchase of water from Rand Water by about 30 million per year.
Wow. And it's a big number. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much, MMC for Utility Services in the city of Tshwane, Mr. Daryl Moss. And now joining us, you know, if you follow your news very closely, and what is going on in the city. And this initiative is very important because we know that we want to have a girl child who is empowered, who is informed, and who can participate meaningfully in the future, especially in the economy. So the city of Tshwane takes that very seriously. They've invited a number of young ladies, and they are joining us in their school uniforms to participate in Take a Girl Child to Work Day. And now we are joined by Mbali Maisela.
Yes.
Mbali, hi, welcome.
Hi.
What school do you come from? You come from Den Kutumela Secondary School, right?
Yes.
Okay, what grade are you in?
I'm in grade 11.
Grade 11?
Yes.
Okay, and what have you made of the day? Your visit so far, how has it been?
It was good, and I learned more about infrastructure.
You learned more about infrastructure?
Yes.
Okay, would you like to work for the city of Tshwane when you're finished with your schooling?
Yes.
Okay, as what?
As a mayor, maybe.
As a mayor?
Yes.
We need Mayor Solim Sima must watch out for you, hey? Tell me now, Mbali, where do you stay in the city?
I'm staying at Abur in the farm at Bronkhorstspruit.
And how are the services? Do you get electricity okay? Is water fine?
Yes, electricity and water, it's fine, but when it's raining,
raise your volume a bit.
When it's raining, we're struggling about transports to go to school. We're going late at school, so things like that.
Or when it's raining, it becomes a bit difficult,
yes.
Eh? Okay, so it makes it tough for you to go to school.
Yes.
But other than that, do you love your city?
Yes.
Okay, and your school? Who's your teacher?
My class teacher,
I'm sure that your teacher is watching right now.
Yes, my class teacher is Mem Tsibande.
Okay.
Yes.
And what do you want to say to Mem Tsibande watching?
I just want to say hi, Mem Tsibande, and I love her. She's a very good teacher, and she understands other girls' situation.
Yeah, it's a girl child to work day today.
Yes.
And so, what does it mean for you not going to school and coming here? How have you found your day so far?
It was good. And I understand that they're teaching more about how to take care of ourselves and how to manage the business.
Yeah.
Yeah, how they manage off time.
What subjects do you do at school?
I'm doing services at school.
Okay.
Yes.
And okay. Thank you so much for joining us, Mbadine.
Yes.
We really appreciate it, and all the best.
Yes.
When are you writing exams?
I'm starting tomorrow.
Already?
Yes.
You better go home and study now.
Yes.
Okay, let me leave you to it. I don't want to disturb you. I don't want you to blame me.
Yes.
Okay, bye-bye. Thanks very much. Ne?
Thank you.
Thanks. Mbali Maisela is from Den Kutumela Secondary School, and she's from Region 7 in Bronkhorstspruit, and they are part of a contingent of learners who have been visiting the City of Tshwane offices today, and for Take a Girl Child to Work Day campaign, and she said she loved it. And we'll be joined by Hilgard one more time because we want to understand more about what the MMC has said, what the mayor has said. Hilgard, before we even go to what the MMC have said, the importance of Take a Girl Child to Work Day and the city of Tshwane participating in this.
Oh, it's so important. And you know, I think we all understand the societies where we come from, where women and especially young girls are on the periphery. And I think most of us grew up in an environment where women must not be heard. Women must not be seen. And when they are seen, they're only supposed to be seen barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen and doing some domestic chores. And it is so important for us as a city to provide hope and to increase just the vision of the young people within the city. During this day, they are meeting with women that are accountants, women that are engineers, women that are communication specialists and lawyers, and so that we can show them that the world is much bigger than the house or the village or the school that you come from.
Yeah.
You know, some of us, it took us years before we moved beyond the boundaries of our township, even beyond our village. And so for us as the city of Tshwane, it is so important that we embrace these young girls and make them understand at a very young age that there is indeed a much bigger world than what they have experienced. It's about giving hope.
Yes.
It's about just planting that seed to say that, listen, we come from the location, we come from the township, we've made it, so can you.
So can, exactly.
I'm not going to say that you can pull yourself up with your own bootstraps because that's a myth, but at least we are putting a seed there to say, think beyond what you have right now.
And very quickly going back to the budget speech, we've had MMCs here who have reflected on a number of issues from utility to roads to finance. Where to from here? It seems as if the marching orders have been shouted out by the political bosses. Where to from here?
It's not only that, you know, and when we say the political bosses, because council will still debate this budget next week.
Yes.
And so it's about us as a city, across political boundaries, across political affiliations, coming together. It's about us across the city coming together and saying, we've got a vision for the city. After all, we are the capital city of this nation.
Yes.
And it's not just 3.3 million people staying here, but it's about 55 million people that have an interest, that have an interest what happens in their capital city. And so, first of all, it starts with us as officials. And us as officials need to understand that there's a reason why we are here. We are not here to enrich myself. And in fact, working for government, you will never get rich. And it's about even speak as a voice. It's individual speaking. And therefore, as community members, we need to play our role. From paying our bill, reporting theft and vandalism, the officials, making sure that we do it the first time round, that we don't steal the money of the city, and obviously to our political representatives across the spectrum that proudly represent the communities that they are from.
Hilgard, thank you very much. I'm just going to call now Benjamin Disolwane from the EFF to give us his impressions about it. Thank you so much for your reflections on this. Really appreciate it. Hilgard Matthews is with the city of Tshwane. He's a group head of communications, marketing and events in the city of Tshwane. And right now we will be inviting over Benjamin Disolwane from Economic Freedom Fighters here in the council. He's the leader here of EFF in the council, and he will tell us his impressions about this speech. Dr. Disolwane, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much for inviting us, and then
your general impressions about the budget speech as the EFF.
Look, number one, I think one of the issues that people must also take into consideration is that as EFF, we declared this year of the year of the public health, okay, and then we pursue the councils in terms of the 24 hours clinic. It shows we are winning that battle. At least we're going to have 24 hours clinic, got the next budget for all the 7 regions in Tshwane.
And the mayor attributed that to you, spoke directly to you with that. You must have been pleased with that.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we really push it. Since last year, we fight for, we push for this.
There's also an issue of employment that was raised, Khatalina initiative and the lottery system that is being used for EPWP. What are your thoughts on the city creating a conducive environment for people to earn a living?
Remember, during the previous administration, there was an element of hiring people that they are not even qualifying, and then there were not more opportunities. And then when we come in, because it's one of the things that when we were busy during the campaign, and then we got the clear message from our people down on it. Look, we need, when you go to the council there, and then make sure that the issue of the employment has been taken care of. And then we don't want people to be hired because of they are affiliated from this certain political party. That is why even today we are pursuing this council almost every day, robustly so, and then we are also coaching to call and warn the officials that they are going to be partisan in terms of employing our people accordingly. That is why even today, I hope that last week you saw some very good news whereby the Marietta have to resign with immediate effect because of the EFF.
Now, other aspects of the budget include infrastructure, they include water and utility, and we had the MMC here speaking about people needing to pay for services so that there is money in the coffers for the city of Tshwane. At which point do you, as the opposition parties, push individuals, residents in the city to play a meaningful role, not only in holding the city accountable, but in active citizenry?
Remember, when we came into this council, the majority of our people, they were paying a property tax where they cannot even afford. That is why they were that burdened there in terms of certain services of the city. And then we pursued the council that we must make sure that next time on the next financial budget, and then we're going to take care of people that from 200 going down, they are not going to pay those property tax. And then the mayor alluded to that today. And then it's one of the issues that we can say we did it well for our people also. But we're going to fight more so that we can get it more amounts so that people, they cannot pay those things. But again, I think the city must also put the strategy in place in terms of the collections. But we are saying almost time and again, those who afford, they must pay. But our people, they cannot afford because there is no job. How can you afford, especially those who are staying in the suburbs, they can afford. But our people, majority of them, they are in the location, in the townships where they are not even working. How are you going to pay the services if you are not working? But we are saying the city must create the job, and then our people will be able to pay their services.
Are you happy?
But the elderly, they must also be taken care of because some of our elderly, they've never even worked before. They don't know anything about UIF. So what are you going to say to those people? At least we are saying the city must take care of them.
Formalization of informal settlements?
Look, I think we're heading into the right direction currently in terms of that issue. We did pursue the city, yes, I agree. And then now we said we want all the informal settlement to be formalized in our term. And then we are saying to the cities that there are some of the informal settlement that they are not in the budget. We are pursuing them so that they can be part of the budget. We are pursuing the council in that area because remember, our people, they don't have a land. And even our mayor today, he didn't even speak about land in terms of how he's going to distribute the land that's owned by the municipality to our people. He only highlighted the issue that we pursued the council last year. When you start with giving the land, you must give the people the land so that they can be able to build their own houses. The one in Pretoria West, which is Atteridgeville.
Speaking of the land invasions has been a serious issue as well, particularly in this part of the city. And is the EFF concerned about that, especially when coming to issues of respecting the law?
You know, that one is one of our pillar number one, and then we're still promoting that. We're saying people, wherever you see the land, go and occupy the land. Especially if you see there is unoccupied space land, go and occupy it, and so that you can be able to.
What about respecting the law, and because currently it would be seen as a criminal activity?
It's not all about the law, it's all about what has been stolen from us. Why you bring the issue of the law now, wealth being stolen from me? Why don't you say those people who stole the land and then they breached the law before? Let's start with them first. If you want to bring the issue of the law, let them pay first.
Generally, you were happy with the speech?
Generally, I can say we're happy with the speech, but one of the most things that we must know that we're going to debate, we're going to look at the speech thoroughly, and then we're going to debate next week. Come next week, you are going to have a very fantastic engagement.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much. Benjamin Disolwane is the party leader of the EFF, leading the EFF in council, also the party's regional chair. And he was joining us to give us his reflections on the budget, what his thoughts were, and he says that they were very happy with the 24-hour clinics, as his party has declared it the year of health care. And someone who will be joining us just now in a short while would be the leader of Congress of the People in the city of Tshwane Council, Ngwane. And that Ngwane is joining us at this particular moment. We also want to hear from him as a member of the council about the impressions. Ngwane, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. First, let me indicate Ngwane wa Ngwane.
Ngwane wa Ngwane. Yes. Apologies, please forgive me. Right. Let's talk about your impressions. As Congress of the People, what did you make of the speech?
Yeah, basically, we felt that the speech was balanced, although there's quite a number of areas that I would have loved that the mayor touched. Among others, the mayor did not really articulate what we're going to do with the township revitalization program. I find it very prudent that a lot of people out there are not employed, and we need to do something about it to assist them. Again, we see a number of these malls coming up in the townships, and as that happens, the old spaza shops get cannibalized in the process. We find that people no longer use them and so on. Then we're leaving our people now without means, their last hope of survival. I would have loved a situation where the mayor really came with a plan and how do we assist those people.
Yes. One of the things that the mayor spoke about was the issue of employment for people of the city, EPWP being one of them, and infrastructural programs. They will have economic spin-offs. What did you make of that in terms of providing jobs for the people of the city?
Yeah, with regard to EPWP, is now quite a contentious thing. We know very well that indeed we have moved away from the old system whereby the EPWP employees, were done according to the preferred political party line. That has been dealt away with, which is commendable. But a lot of the 100,000 people that have registered for that EPWP are still outside. We don't see them being involved in this program. Very few that are already on the program, and every day we are asked, when are we going to be called? So
yes.
Yeah, that is a concern. We would have liked to see a situation whereby more people are in the program.
A concern, what would be Congress of the People's reaction on looking at the issue of 24-hour operations of clinics and making it available for ordinary people of the city?
That is highly commendable and welcome.
Again, we have housing, which is an issue, not only for the city of Tshwane, but for many out there. The mayor spoke about formalization of the informal settlements. Surely you must have been happy about that.
Obviously, we are happy with that. It is going to assist our people. Because indeed, it will also maybe minimize this situation where people just go and take land left, right, and center, and we end up being the city of shacks, which is not nice. We don't like to see that happening. I know that our colleagues in the EFF differ with me on that one, but really, we do not want disorganized city. We've got to be organized, and everything must be done in a lawful manner.
Speaking about disorganized and lawfulness, cable thefts, power outages, those are some of the critical issues that the city has been battling with. As Congress of the People, where do you stand with that?
Yeah. Number one, let me acknowledge that the mayor had shown that over 900 billion, I think, if I remember, has been allocated to deal with the maintenance of our infrastructure and so on. But the problem is the theft, as you say, because you go and put in a cable today, tomorrow it's gone again. And if you go to, especially in the township, and you'll find that the street lights have been chopped off. That is done by pure vandalism, and we suspect this is not done by people who don't know what they are doing. This is aimed at ensuring that there is no service delivery. People are in darkness, and then they can rise up against the current administration and go and say that no, you are not doing anything. And that is a concern that we are having. But we hope that the budget that has been placed before us today is going to assist in bringing up some of this infrastructure that has been vandalized, and also those that has been stolen within our city.
I'm just thinking about some of your impressions on the sale of the mansion to assist with the building of 40 houses in Outreachville and subsequent job creation from that. Is the governance, is that an exemplary leadership that the mayor has displayed?
Yeah, no, well, with that, I think mayor has done a good thing. Instead of keeping that mansion, not having anything, it's better that it is been sold, and then we can take the proceeds thereof and give it to the needy, as part of their legacy for a long time, and they will leave to their children as well.
As Congress of the People, what are your priorities for the city? What key issues are you passionate about that you feel that these are non-negotiables and they should have been mentioned in the budget?
All right. Well, you mentioned that. One of them is the early childhood development. To us, we believe that the first 6 years of a child's development will determine the child's adulthood. So that area is really been neglected because we don't have real early childhood development programs, not just in the city, across all spheres of government. Government starts caring about kids when they go to school, but that early childhood is normally not being taken care of. As a result, when the children go to school, already, okay, let me maybe start this. Psychology tells us that when a child is born, is in a state of what they refer as tabula rasa. In other words, that's empty. It's like a clean slate. From the day he's born, every day, he starts writing on that slate. And the things that are written in the early years are the ones that will be kept and becomes a roadmap for the child's future. So if we don't go and imprint the right code from that early age, we are going to lose that child. So it is therefore important that we must ensure that early childhood development is taken seriously if we want to create a society that is going to be the kind of society that we want to be. You see. We must not allow things to happen just by themselves. And that is what is happening. It is so bad. You go to the townships, you find that someone has created his own crèche. They don't even have the right facilities. They are having kids in a cramped garage and so on because the government is not really taking serious consideration of this area.
Thank you so much for your time, sir, and thanks for indulging us with this discussion on your impressions as Congress of the People on the budget speech from the city of Tshwane.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Ntate Nkwane wa Hangwane is the leader of the Congress of the People in the City of Tshwane Council, and he was giving us his impressions about the budget speech and that we have heard from him. It's been a really informative few hours as we're coming live to you from the Semi-Max Council in the city of Tshwane, right in the middle of the CBD, where the budget was tabled by the mayor of the city, Councillor Solim Simang. We hope that you enjoyed this live broadcast and we wish you the absolute best. Thank you very much to you for staying tuned and taking responsibility for your own city. And from us here at Tshwane TV, we wish you a productive and fruitful afternoon. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Eitara. Gents, here you go. Thank you so much. Sure. Here you go.